practicing how to write a hypothesis in the formal method. So we'll start with what is a hypothesis? You've probably heard that it is an educated guess as to the relationship between the independent and dependent variables in the experiment. So it is taking a look at how the independent and dependent variables react or what their relationship is between each other. And it's your guess as to what that relationship is. So a hypothesis is an educated guess that will, or as to what will occur or happen during the experiment. A hypothesis is always written in this specific format if we are doing a formal hypothesis. So we always start with if the, and then we have independent variable. So just like when we are writing questions or reading questions, the independent variable goes first. So we have if the independent variable, and then you can pick either increases or decreases. And you can't get a hypothesis wrong because it's your educated guess. So you are able to choose between increases and decreases. Then the dependent variable. Will do something. So it will either increase or decrease. So we will go through an example together right now. So here's our hypothesis example. If the temperature of the water in a pot increases, then the time it takes to cook an egg will decrease. That is their educated guess as to what will happen. So our independent variable, I said it is always what? It always is written first. I hope you said first. So we go back and we look, it's right after if and in between then, and it's always written first. So we have if, and then we have a then, and it's written first. Temperature of water. So if the independent variable increases, then the what? Then the dependent variable. So our time right here is our dependent variable, or what they're measuring. So that is how we go through our writing a hypothesis. And now we're going to put it together and kind of work the opposite way. So we have our independent variable that's given to us today. It is the length of helicopter blades. And then we have a dependent variable, rotational speed, so how fast in a circle it goes around. Hypotheses are written by starting with if, so we write if the, and which one always goes first when we're writing in a question or a hypothesis, hypothesis. The independent variable is always written first. So if the length of helicopter blades, and then we can pick one. It can either increase or decrease, and you can't get it wrong. So I'm just going to say if they decrease, our connecting word for hypotheses is then. So if the length of helicopter blades decreases, then the what? Then the dependent variable comes next. So the rotational speed. And then again, you can pick increases or decreases. There's no right or wrong, but you do need an educated guess. So I figure if helicopter blades are getting smaller, I would think that they would go around faster. So I would say increases. I will give you a moment here to practice numbers 2 and 3, and I will do them in a moment. let's check our work. So for number 2, I wrote down if the depth of Lake Conroe increases, then the water temperature will decrease. So the further down you get in water, the colder it probably is. And then for number 3, I wrote down if the amount of baseball batting practice increases, then the batting average increases. So the more practice you get, the better your average is.